In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the rear brake caliper on this Volkswagen Beetle. Let's get into it. There should be a little cap right here. You want to take that off with the straight blade screwdriver. Just pop that off. Once that's off, you can take the hook and find one of these holes. Just go in the hole, give it a pull, and that will pull right off. Now take your wheel lock key, find your wheel lock. Take that off first using a 17mm socket. Now you can go to the other ones using the same 17mm socket. Before I take the last wheel bolt off, I'm just going to hold the wheel, take it off, prevent the wheel from falling, and then slide it off. We're just going to loosen up this banjo bolt on the brake caliper first using a 13mm wrench. You don't want it necessarily dripping out, just loosen it so it's easier to take that off afterwards. So that's good right there. We're going to disconnect the parking brake cable using a 13mm socket. I'm going to put it on this nut right here. We're not loosening up the nut, we just want to twist this down just so we can pop this cable off here. And then slide that. If the nut does loosen up, then you just want to use some pliers and pry that down. Now I'm going to take this clip off. I'm just using some pliers. And it comes right off. You can take the cable and slide the cable through. Now I'm going to take the caliper bolts out using a 13mm wrench. Or you can use a socket as well. 13mm. Take those off. And we're going to use a bungee cord and just attach it to the coil spring so it doesn't fall. Don't put too much tension on the brake hose. Now take the brake pads off. You're going to use an 8mm hex key or hex socket and take these bolts out. This one happens to be a different size. So you want to take those out and take that bolt out. And I'm going to take this bolt out. This happens to be a 14mm socket that I'm using to take this one out. And slide the bracket right off. We're going to separate the caliper from the bracket. I'm going to use some pliers to prevent the pins from spinning. And using a 12mm socket, take this bolt out. Do the same on this one. It's separated. And then there's a little plug right here. We want to take that plug out. Not every caliper may have this, but I'm using a 6mm hex key. And just take that plug out. Just going to take a little brake caliper grease, just put some on the clips. Right there and right there. Now slide the bracket over the rotor, put the bolts in, get those bolts started. Snug those down. Now I'm going to torque these bolts to 48 foot-pounds. Put the brake pads on. Line those up. Now we can put the caliper on, just slide it on. Make sure the springs are lined up in there. And take the bolts, get those started in the pins. And we'll tighten those down. Now we'll torque these to 26 foot-pounds. I'm just using the pliers to prevent the studs from spinning or the pins from spinning. Now we'll take the bungee cord off the brake caliper. We're going to take this bolt out. We use a 13mm socket. Take this bolt out. It's going to start dripping some fluid. It's a good idea to check under the hood and make sure you have plenty of brake fluid. You want to do this kind of quick. We're going to replace the seals. Take this banjo bolt out. Put a new seal on up top. Go through the line and put a seal underneath. And we're going to screw it into the caliper, just like that. Just snug that up for now. Loosen up the bleeder screw, use the 11mm wrench. Just loosen it up. We're going to gravity bleed that. Now take the parking brake cable and go right through there. Put this little clamp on. Just like that, clips in place. Then we can loosen this up. Same way we took it off. Use a 13mm wrench or a socket. Just slide this down. You just don't want to loosen up the nut. Just want to push that down and then you can get that ball right there, and that's good. The fluid started coming out of the bleeder, so I'm just going to close this up and we will bleed these in a minute. And just using your wrench, just make sure this bolt is snug. You want to clean this off with some brake parts cleaner. After you're done doing the entire job, it's a good idea to road test and then double check, make sure that's not leaking. If it is a little bit wet, then come back and tighten it up a little more. While the pedal's being held, I'm going to open the bleeder screw. Make sure there's a catch pan below because you're going to catch some fluid. That looked pretty good. Now I'm closing it. Go ahead, pump it up slowly. You're going to need an assistant to do this. And then hold it. Open the bleeder screw. Looks pretty good, no air. Close it up quick. Let's snug this up. That's good. We can spray this all down, and again, check it after you go for a test drive. Take the little cap, put the little cap back on, and you're good to go. Now you want to check the brake fluid level. If you need to, you can remove this hose, just push down on the tabs, slide it to the side, and there you can see the reservoir right there. You can shake it a little bit just to see where the level is, and make sure you top it off if need be. Now put the wheel back up, line up the holes, and get the bolts started. Take the other bolts, get those all started. And the wheel lock and key. And we'll snug those down. Now we're going to torque these lug bolts to 89 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. And just go around again, double check. Take the key out and take the center cap. If that center ring popped out, you want to put that back in. Line that up. And pop it in place. Then if you have that little cap, you want to push that on.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.